last week had the first commercial drone ruling in the U.S. Does this mean that everyone can fly drones when they want to now? What does this mean?
Well, even the FAA would say that you could fly drones for recreational purposes. They've said that for years, and they continue to say that. With respect to commercial operations, people and businesses would have to consult their own attorneys to determine the impact of the decision. My understanding is it's going to be appealed as well. But the decision does say that there's no enforceable regulation concerning commercial operations.
And to summarize, essentially, you were arguing to the judge that the FAA had no kind of laws or regulations or right to regulate unmanned aircraft, tiny drones like your client was flying, and the judge agreed with you.
That's right. The judge agreed with our argument that there's no regulation today that concerns the operation of model aircraft, and also with respect to the 2007 ban on commercial use of model aircraft, that is a policy statement that's not enforceable against the public. That was the decision, and that was the text of the ruling.
And have you heard of anybody else who wants to now use drones commercially in reaction to the ruling in your client's case?
Well, I've heard of people who have been wanting to use it for years and years. I think those people seem to be encouraged by the very first statement by a judge or analysis by a judge about what the law actually is, and I think there's encouragement that the field is now going to move forward, but again, there's still a legal process to be concluded here.
In the background of this, we have Congress telling the FAA that they do want some kind of rules around commercial use of drones, right?
Yes, in 2012, the Congress mandated that the FAA issue rules concerning unmanned aircraft systems, including small unmanned aircraft systems that weigh under 55 pounds. Mr. Perker's model was made of foam and weighed 5 pounds, actually less than 5 pounds. So Congress has definitely asked the agency to push forward and get this technology appropriately regulated and get the commercial industry off the ground. Unfortunately, the agency has been very slow about that, and for 7 years has simply said, as a matter of policy, you can't do anything with a model aircraft for business purposes. I think that's been very counterproductive, and I hope that now we can move forward with appropriate regulations.
2015 has been bandied about as the year when Congress is going to have, or when the FAA is going to have new rules for us on drones. How likely do you think that year is to be the year?
I don't think that's realistic. The agency's way behind in coming up with even proposed rules, especially with respect to drones that are going to be flying at higher altitudes where manned passenger aircraft are flown. There is an indication that we will receive regulations concerning small unmanned aircraft systems, which are really the majority of the market. Those regulations are currently scheduled to be proposed in November. That's a deadline that has slipped repeatedly since 2010. So I don't know that I'm confident that we'll see those, although it could be that the outcome in our case will compel the agency to move forward.